One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.
Obviously, the other search you guys just helped complete was at Minnesota, where Mark Coyle is going to move over from Syracuse, and that hire had a ton of media speculation from there in the Twin Cities and across the nation. But was there anything surprising within either of these searches at Minnesota or Bowling Green that you found along the way that you didn't expect?
Not so much at Bowling Green. What surprised me a little bit about Minnesota was, that every day when you picked up the paper, there was some media conjecture that this particular candidate was going to be, interviewed, or that particular candidate was going to be interviewed, and so the media really played a part in it. Some of the articles were accurate, others were not accurate, and so it surprised everyone. I think that the information that was speculation. There was just so much of it, and there was a lot of it that was inaccurate. So that's probably the only surprise is early on. The media speculation.
What is your message to a candidate who is a finalist but is not going to get the job? Walk me through, when you call them, what your message is to that candidate.
Well, having been a director of athletics and having been turned down for a number of jobs, I can appreciate the feelings and the sick stomach feeling that you get when you're not, when you're not getting the job. So what I did is I call those that did not get the job. I tell them that this is one of the hardest calls I have to make because I know the feeling. I've been there many times, and it's a terrible, terrible feeling. I say, I'm not going to stay on the phone with you long, because when I was denied a position that I really wanted, I really didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want people to feel sorry for me. I needed a little bit of time to be by myself, to collect my thoughts, and to get back up and let's go again. And so I do the same thing with these candidates, and I wait a day or two or three, depending upon how well I know the candidate, and then I get back with them and we discuss the whole search from front to back and what they might do differently, how they handled the interview or their preparation or their delivery. And so you can be of real help to them, having sat through all the interviews and having been an athletic director and also having interviewed for a lot of jobs. So it's really, really helpful. The other thing that's helpful when you've been an AD is that there's a trust factor out there with a lot of the candidates who are applying for the job. When I was an AD, Mark Coyle and I got to be friends. I got to be friends with, a lot of the other candidates that were there because they were, we were at meetings together. We were at conference meetings. We were at NACTA meetings. And so there's a friendship there, and there's also a trust. And when the candidates trust you, then you can get the higher quality AD involved in a job because they know that you're going to do everything in your power to protect their confidentiality. And the last thing that an athletic director wants, to have happen is to apply for a position and not get it. That puts you at a real disadvantage with your president, the people on campus, the alums, and all the fans and friends of the institution.
Now that you've done Michigan and Minnesota, Bowling Green, notably Grand Valley State on the D2 side, what are you finding as trends of what presidents and chancellors are focused on when they hire a new athletic director?
It's become very, very clear to me that in the searches we've done, the presidents are very concerned with all of the issues that are taking place in college athletics. And all of the directors of athletics are people who they want us to bring to the table people who see athletics from a vision of 30,000 feet. They want an athletic director who is up to date on all of the issues, whether it's a conference realignment, whether it's a conference television network, whether it's social issues that athletes are becoming involved with that don't pertain to athletics, whether it's the litigation that's going on. All of the presidents want a director of athletics who knows these issues and is willing to step up and to take the lead, both on a conference level and on the NCAA level. And I didn't think that was so much the case in the past, but it's very, very prevalent now that the athletic director has to be someone who understands the issues and can report those back to the president in a timely fashion, but also in an accurate way.
And that's today's One Question, brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One Question is designed to give D1 Ticker subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences. One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.